Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the training session, Good Manufacturing Practices Training for Employees. Please note that this training is very important as GMP requirements play a key role in the food industry. We hope you will be equipped with the necessary knowledge to ensure quality standards are always met within the workplace. To begin, let's discuss some GMP requirements related to illnesses and injuries. Report any illness, injury, or infection to the supervisor immediately as per SOP Disease Control Policy. Employees diagnosed with a highly contagious illness or disease which is transmittable through food must first obtain a doctor's note of clearance before returning to work. No person with obvious boils, sores, infected wounds, or any other infections or communicable diseases can work in the plant. An exposed cut or abrasion must be covered with a company-approved metal detectable bandage. Should a workplace injury occur where blood is spilled, the affected area must be cleaned and sanitized with respect to SOP Body Fluid Program and have QA department approval before resuming production. Next, let's talk about hygiene practices. Hands must be washed when leaving the washroom, lunchroom, blowing noses, after smoking and entering the GMP area. Gloves are not a substitute for hand washing. Disposable gloves should not be removed from processing areas and must be worn over cotton gloves. No food contact should occur with cotton gloves. Disposable gloves must be replaced after touching skids, cardboard boxes, or any dirty objects. No jewelry is permitted in the plant, for example, earrings, rings, watches, necklaces, and bracelets, with the exception of plain or wedding bands without stones. Religious bracelets that cannot be removed have to be taped to the arm to prevent it from dangling. Medic alert bracelets or necklaces are permitted to be worn with management approval following SOP Medic alert bracelet or necklace policy. No heavy makeup, nail polish, strong perfume, false eyelashes, or false fingernails are permitted. Fingernails are to be kept clean and reasonably short. Good personal hygiene is required. GMP requirements related to clothing and accessories are also important to discuss. Keep personal clothes in the personal lockers. Uniforms are not permitted in personal lockers and are to be kept in uniform lockers. Hairnets must cover hair and ears completely. A clean beard net must be worn for beards of more than 1 day's growth and mustaches. The beard net has to cover the beard and mustache completely. Production employees must replace gloves after adjusting the beard net. No uniforms can be worn outside of the building except red uniforms worn by the cleaning crew. Aprons should not be worn in restrooms or break areas. Hang them on designated hooks for storage. Uniforms such as shirts, lab coats, and aprons are to be worn outside of other clothing, such as fleece jackets. Company-issued uniforms must be worn in the production, dock, and coolers at all times. Headgear such as baseball caps and toques must be clean, in good condition, and completely covered under and over by a hairnet. Tuck the hoodie under the uniform when not used. Fuzzy or fur hair hoodies are not allowed in GMP areas. Finally, let's talk about GMP requirements related to food and other restrictions. No eating of any kind or chewing of gum or candy of any kind is permitted in the GMP areas. Allergens such as milk, eggs, fish, soy, wheat, sulfite, sesame, and mustard are handled in this plant. These products are strictly controlled to avoid cross-contamination. Follow instructions from the Quality Assurance Department carefully when handling a product is required. Refrain from bringing peanuts and products containing peanuts into the production and GMP areas. Do not bring toothpicks, cigarettes, including electronic cigarettes, or tobacco into GMP areas. No medications are allowed in the production areas except for those required for immediate use in life-threatening situations. Employees carrying these must report them to the production supervisor. Do not bring glass into the production and GMP areas, and contact lenses are not allowed in GMP areas. Thank you for your attention during this training.